Hey everybody, it's Veronica McClendon, the CEO and Managing Attorney of McClendon Law & Consulting, located right here in Macon, Georgia. Now, I'm here to talk to y'all about a few tips that you can follow if you want to destroy generational wealth. And usually as an attorney, most of my clients who come to me, they actually want to create generational wealth. They want to pass generational wealth on to their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. It's like generational wealth. Like everybody gonna be benefiting from this. That's how most of my clients are, but I know some people, that's not their goal. And so I want to make sure all the bases are covered. So we're going to talk about how to destroy generational wealth. The first tip is that you don't have to hire a lawyer to write your will. You don't have to hire a lawyer. You can go online and you can find a will template. You can fill it out yourself, or you can DIY your will. That's if you want to make sure that you have the least amount of wealth to pass to your children. Yes, you can go online and get you a DIY will. You can make sure that your 5 children get your house. But you may not know how to divide it up to make sure that your 5 children actually benefit from the house you leave them, rather than having that house sit there and have nothing done with it. So if you want to make sure that your children do not benefit from what you leave them in the best way possible, you need to DIY your will. Only if you want to create generational wealth should you hire an attorney. Number 2, if you inherit property like a house or land, don't probate that estate. If you have a parent or a grandparent, an aunt or uncle, cousin, anybody who died and left some real estate, don't go to probate court. Because if you go to probate court and actually do things in the legal way, then you're going to mess around and pass that property to the next generation in a way that they can actually benefit from it. So if we want to destroy generational wealth, we don't want to probate the estates. Probating the estate is going to be one of those tools that help you create generational wealth. Number 3, you want to run from life insurance. You want to see life insurance as a bad thing. And you don't want to spend any money on monthly premiums paying on life insurance, because then you're going to have too much money to leave to your children. We don't want to leave them anything, do we? Or the people who you leave behind. Most people know about life insurance and they understand that it's a way that when someone dies, the people that they name as beneficiaries can actually get money from that policy. And people can buy policies of any amount. They can buy something as low as a $20,000, $30,000 policy that's just for paying for burial expenses or funeral expenses, or they can get a policy $100,000, $200,000, $1 million. The sky really is the limit for life insurance. But if you want to make sure that you are not leaving any generational wealth, you want to avoid life insurance, because that's a way that you can help ensure that there's money available for the next generation. And if your goal is to destroy generational wealth, you don't want to do that. And also, for number 4, if you want to destroy generational wealth, don't hire, like I said before, don't hire no lawyers, but don't hire no CPAs. Don't hire any financial planners. You want to DIY everything. So stay away from anybody with extra degrees that you got to pay money to, because you want to DIY this thing all the way. Make your own investment decisions. You don't have to have a lawyer do your will. You can figure out how to pass your wealth to the generation or through generations on your own, because that's what all the rich people do, right? That's wrong. So again, if you want to be, I'm about to mess myself up. I don't want to tell y'all how to create generational wealth. Today we're talking about destroying it. So if you want to destroy generational wealth, you want to stay away from all these experts that you got to pay money to, because you don't want to spend your money investing in people who can give you good advice. So make sure that you avoid the experts. Make sure that you listen to the investment advice from your friends. You need to go on social media to get all investment advice. You want to stay away from those people with those high price degrees that you got to pay money to if you want to destroy generational wealth. Number 5, you want to start a business and do not create an operating agreement for that business. So if you create an LLC, that's all you want to do. You don't want to go the next step of creating an operating agreement. And you definitely don't want to have a lawyer or a CPA to prepare that operating agreement for you, because if they create it for you, they're going to set it up in a way that you are able to benefit the most financially from it. And they're also, if they're good, they're going to put some inheritance provisions in there to say if you as the business owner dies, this is how the next generation is going to be, who is going to step in as the owner, or how the entity is going to be sold to someone who can carry on that torch for the next generation. But if you want to make sure that it stops with you, that your business stops with you, make sure that you create your own LLC and don't create an operating agreement with it. Number 6, never take risk. If your goal is to destroy generational wealth, you do not want to take any risk. You want to go the safe route. So that means you want to go for bank accounts that have the lowest interest rates, because those are going to be the safest accounts for you. You also want to make sure that you are not investing in anything, and definitely don't ask a professional what you should do to invest. You want to just go the safe route and make sure that you just do everything with as little extra effort as possible. Number 7, don't teach your children about building wealth, about managing wealth, about transferring wealth. You want to keep them in the dark, because our goal here is to destroy generational wealth. So you don't want to teach your children how to manage wealth. You definitely don't want to leave them anything and then tell them how to keep it going after you're gone. You want to make sure that you just let them figure it out on their own, because we're not trying to get better with each generation with this strategy. Number 8, since we're talking about children, we want to make sure that whatever we got when we started, that's what they have when they start. So we don't want to give them anything extra that's going to help them to get a leg up above us. We want each generation started from scratch. So if that's your goal, to destroy generational wealth, don't leave your children anything. You had to work hard. As my pastor say, you had to get out the mud. So let them do it too. It built character. You learned what it was like to struggle. So you want to make sure your children get those same skills and don't get anything to help them to do a little bit better than what you did. Because remember, our goal here is to destroy generational wealth. Where are we? Number 9, listen to everybody around you unless they have attained some kind of financial independence or wealth or anything that's worth passing to the next generation. So you want to listen to your parents, you want to listen to your brothers and sisters, you want to listen to your homeboys, your homegirls, and definitely go on social media for tips on how to build wealth. Because once you do that, you get to ensure that you're not learning from people who have actually done it. You're learning from people who are in the same position that you are in. And that's a great way to make sure that you don't build generational wealth. So I just gave y'all 9 tips. If you want to make sure that you don't leave anything behind for the next generation, if you want to make sure that everybody who comes after you has to start from the same place you did, if you want to make sure that your children cannot speak of what you left for them and how you blessed them and help them to get a little further in life, then you definitely want to take heed to these tips. And I also, so there you have it, 9 tips to make sure that you do not create generational wealth. In fact, these tips will help you to destroy generational wealth. Y'all take care and be blessed.